Support for Donnybrook Last Call is provided in part by Design Air Heating and Cooling.
Well, thank you so much for joining us for Donnybrook Last Call. This is the segment where we broach those topics that we don't have time for during the first segment. The St. Louis Business Journal, Alvin, has said that there's a leadership void in St. Louis right now with the soon-to-be departure of Jason Hall, who heads up Greater St. Louis, Inc. We talked about that on the main broadcast. And when you think about it, there are a lot of positions opening. The city needs a jail director, a superintendent of schools. The head of Gateway Rivers Greenway is leaving. That's Susan Troutman. We don't have a tourism director. Kitty Ratcliffe resigned from that job. And now there's Greater St. Louis, Inc. Didn't even mention the president of Maryville is leaving, Mark Lombardi. But one question might be, who should be the next head of Greater St. Louis, Inc., which is the big cheerleading organization trying to promote this region, for heaven's sake?
Well, I'll tell you what, he has done such a marvelous job with the Urban League of Metropolitan St. Louis. I think Mike McMillan would be ideal for this job. I think because he has so many just relationships and knows so many entities, nonprofit, corporate world, all over the state, respected. I think he would be ideal for the job. I would hate to take him away from the Urban League, but at the same time, I think he'd be good.
I think he does an excellent job, and you never hear anybody saying, "Oh, we shouldn't be giving money to the Urban League," because they know that he spends the money well. He can corral people to raise foodstuffs and others for people who need it.
Yes.
But he's also an excellent communicator.
Yeah, I agree. I agree on all fronts on that one.
So I'm going to throw out a name that will likely not take the job because it'd be a massive pay cut. Chris Koster, who now works for Centene and used to be the Attorney General and was the Democratic gubernatorial candidate. So I think, while I do not think he will leave Centene, since he's like the number 3 or number 4 person there, having known Chris when he was in Missouri politics, he's an excellent communicator. His voice is incredible, like radio voice.
You're absolutely right.
Yeah.
He does have a great
does.
And
voice.
he's also...
And he gave candy to your kids on Halloween.
No, he did not. I have not seen him since 2016. So this is totally unprompted, and I'm sure he's going to be watching this and be very embarrassed. But he's not no politician is perfect, obviously. And I think you can look back at his political career and say he did this thing and that thing that weren't great. But in an alternate universe where Eric Greitens doesn't beat him, he may have been running for president in 2020 or 2024. He has a lot of really great skills that I think the St. Louis business community could utilize. And again, I don't think he's going to leave Centene to do this, but I think he would genuinely be a really good choice for that.
I think rather than submit a name, especially because I think Sarah and I are thinking of the same name, and I don't want to do that, but I do think it's interesting that Greater St. Louis, Inc., they're going to conduct another nationwide search, and I hope that they will pick somebody from within the city, because Jason Hall was from St. Louis and still he knew the landscape. He was very familiar with the landscape, and still there was, he had some issues that he had to deal with, and may or may not have had something to do with his departure. So I kind of really hope they go in from inside.
Yeah, you make a great point. I mean, it's just impossible to imagine anybody coming in from outside this region and making sense of it in time to be effective. I mean, it's so complicated here. So maybe it's just because I'm sitting in this particular chair. But I feel like there's one man who knows this city more than anyone, covered it for years as a journalist, now has been on the other side of the aisle as a politician, knows everybody, can talk to anybody about anything. I'm thinking, of course, of Ray Hartman.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ray Hartman would be a great pick. I'm going to throw another one out there, and that's Mark Mantovani. I heard from McGraw-Millhaven of your alma mater, KTRS, and he likes Mantovani. I hope I'm not speaking out of school. But Mantovani has met a payroll. He had a business. He's a huge booster of the region. He believes that it's time that we reverse the brain drain and get the college kids to move back here, or those WashU kids not to move out. And he also is a native. So I think he's got a lot going for him, too.
I agree, and I think Mark would be great. I really do. And I know him, and
Yep.
I count him as a friend, and I think he'd be great, too. You know, I don't think she's ready to leave journalism yet, and she's originally from Cleveland, but something about that chair. I think, Sarah, you'd be good for that job. I honestly do. I said, like, if we really
I think
needed
no.
a civic
We need
cheerleader.
her. No, we need her on the journalism
All
side.
right, okay. But
for
I think
sure.
you'd be good at that job.
Yeah,
I really do.
No, and I don't.
He's trying to kick you upstairs.
Yeah,
as-
apparently.
as-
Alvin, what have I done to you?
as much as I love the thought of Mark Mantovani, when you communicate with him privately, you know, he does seem to be well done.
I
at this
know.
point.
I agree.
Like
What
a
does that
steak.
mean,
Like
well
a steak.
Wait, let's just put it this way.
Yeah,
I have spoken with him about certain things.
Yeah,
He said,
me
no,
too.
man. He's
Me
like,
too.
dude, I'm out.
Yeah,
I'm out.
But I will say,
But this might present another
Yeah.
set of opportunities in a different type of structure or framework that would be more appealing to him.
and just to accentuate the point, like every time he ran for county executive, he made like the shrinkage of the St. Louis region like the number one issue.
Oh, yeah.
And he kept pounding that point over and over again. Now, he never won county executive, but like maybe that's not where fate should lead him. Maybe he should be the head of
And a
Greater
narrow
St. Louis.
loss. A narrow loss.
Very
to
narrow
St.
loss.
Louis.
Well,
Right.
And party affiliation, that is always going to be an uphill battle.
But what party is affiliation?
Yeah,
now?
because
It used
he's
to be
on both.
Democrat.
I know.
So
He's
wouldn't
got
that be
them
a
both.
good thing?
Yeah.
St. Charles and Jeffco would love
But
that,
I think
right?
that hurt him in the
What-
minds of a lot of.
What if you had an honorary executive director, kind of someone who could work the crowd around the country, like a Jackie Joyner Kersey, and let the lieutenants, you know, do the heavy lifting of the day-to-day office operations? Some celebrity, like a Bob Costas or
Bob Costas is going to be.
Janie.
Chingy.
Chingy. Well,
he's saying
it could be.
right there.
You know, I think Kat Neville has kind of played that role
Kat
and
Neville.
does a terrific job with it.
Yes, she's
But,
outstanding.
You know,
and
she is
a
our
9 PBS alum.
9
Yeah,
PBS.
she's kind of the number one, you know, public face cheerleader of the region. Does so well at that. I don't know that she has like a burning desire to deal with economic development issues. Like, would she want the promotion? I think she likes being the ambassador.
After this week, I mean, Katie Collier, she's got an empire to run, but she would be. She's a really compelling story.
Karen Foss?
Karen Foss. Karen Foss is in New Mexico
Okay,
and really
she's
living.
in New
She's
Mexico.
living a
That's
very
right,
nice
yeah. She's
life.
okay.
Yeah.
Well, here's your homework assignment if you're watching this. Why not email us
Please do.
your suggestion, and
Yeah.
then we'll include it in the next broadcast, or we'll try to, depending on everything. So you know the email address, you know where to find us. Thank you so much for tuning into Last Call. We'll see you next week at this time.